And one interesting thing is that trauma creates this basic confusion of why are we overestimating ourselves in our role for liberation? Because we know that we can't overestimate ourselves enough. We know still that we are the universe. We are incredibly powerful. We are so shocked by ourselves. We are too much for ourselves. And we are too much for ourselves, not for the other ones. That's just a story. Oh, I would be too much for you. Did I check in with you? But I'm too much for myself. That's another story. So we do not lose the momentums that are somehow in the field, but we lose where to put them into our orientation in life. So we overestimate what we should urgently underestimate, and vice versa. And that's why I think trauma is so useful, because it's really copies in a way of, it's just 180 degrees the other way around. And that's such a practical recipe, because just do everything exactly the other way around. That's such a highway. But then it's a highway also into what we call hell, because it's the inner mess awaiting us when we are letting go of control. It's like just do everything the other way around, exactly, but precisely the other way around as you have learned it. It opens you for hell. Not by design, but due to the trauma charge coming from the collective and the individual, which would already be enough in order to create an own hell, a personal hell. There's just a lot of like identifications of forms that we would, in this deeply surrendered state, how we experience hell, try to make sense of with the rest of our mind. So I'm not saying hell exists, but the intensity that defines hell as falling into even more letting go is by the rest of our mind, those parts who are still not in hell, identified as all those monsters, all those judgments, all those accusations, all those blames, tortures, everything that happened on earth is somehow there available as some kind of identification what is going on. And that is us creating the hell in hell, identifying it as something that makes sense and has reality. If you would just fully burn in hell, exactly what you said in the beginning, I'm amazed how fast my suffering turns into something else when I stop resisting it.
Yes, and making sense of it, and why is that here and how can I change it? Is that what you mean by like?
Exactly. Like hell exists, but it somehow only exists by you creating it while it exists, by you making sense of it. Instead of throwing the rest of your interest of trying to make sense of anything also into the fire. Like just burn everything. And that is so sweet, because our collective suffering is not off. It's not stupid. It's as close as we can get as an individual and collective being to hell, where we can have this like breakthrough